Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Um, here again for the study and chill series for CISSP. As we always do our session, 30 questions. Want to give a quick shout out to our friends at Pocket Prep as they make this possible as um, we use their library, their question bank for these sessions. All right, so just give me a minute. I'm gonna get us set up here. All right. Of course, if you're watching, you can follow us on LinkedIn, going live on LinkedIn. If you're not part of the command line community on Discord, got to um, look out for links. You could look up my LinkedIn page. If you have any issues, you can always reach out. I'll make sure you get an invite. Follow us on TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky. We're all over the place. And make sure also too here on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. All right, let me get this window up. Let me change my layout. All right, this up. All right, let's get started with the first one. So, fire has how many stages? So you got combustion, flame. It's at least three, but I believe it. It's at least, but I believe it's four. I don't think it's five. Yeah. Incipient. Yeah, that's the initial smoke, flame, heat. All right. So yeah, incipient that triggers the air ionization. Has no smoke. Smoke, of course, it's gonna display smoke. Flame. Yeah, visible flames and then heat. Of course, you're gonna feel that the temperature on you. All right. Ibiza has been alerted to a phishing scam that several users failed to identify as a phishing scam. The users opened the emails and attachments, which caused a breach of some sensitive information. What, um, excuse me, which method is most likely to reduce the likelihood of a future successful social engineering attack? All right, so I'm keeping our first choice in my back pocket. I think regular training is always important, but let me check the other ones. Require multi-factor authentication. Okay. Require proof of identity before disclosing private information. Classified information and indicating what can be discussed verbally. No, I'll eliminate that. Steve, welcome,
Hello.
sir.
Yeah, mic issues again.
Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. You might need to check your headphones.
I always got to go through this every time.
I mean, we can hear you, and I saw you for like a split second, but I will keep this moving as you get that sorted out. Yes. So back to this. Yeah, you just open email. I believe this is going to be regular training, which means most likely reduce the likelihood of a future successful in social engineering. Yeah, it's gotta be training.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah. We
You
hear you.
blinking? You
Yes.
check your mic.
Yeah.
I don't see your blinking. I think it's your mic.
Test,
I don't
test,
see the
test. One, two, three.
outer bar when you speak.
Yeah, it's
But raise your
blinking.
hand up if you can hear me. Okay,
Yeah.
but I can't hear you. It must be on your side because I don't even see the highlighted bar.
You don't hear me? You might have to check your input.
Mm.
Yeah. Can you? All right. He's he's gonna he's gonna work that out. All right. Yeah. Let's move on with this. Yeah, this should be regular training. Yep. Yeah, train and education best ways to avoid to help users avoid falling prey to social engineering attacks. All right, which of the following approaches to removing data remnants is the most effective option in cloud environments? Oh, cloud. That's gonna be because that's to do with encryption. So you want to do that's gonna be crypto shredding. Yeah. Yeah, so data remnants refers to information that remains after a disk, USB drive, etc. has been erased. Simply deleting a file isn't enough, since additional information will be left behind. Some methods of securely deleting data, include crypto shredding, we have erasing, clearing, purging, degaussing, and destruction.
Mic
All right.
check.
Yep,
Maybe
we
it's
hear
my
you.
end.
You hear me now?
I can. I can. I logged
Oh,
out and logged back in, so
okay.
should be
All
good to
right.
go.
We're all set. Hold on. I think someone on Discord. Okay. All right. All right. Question four. Yeah. What is the most specific term for a process that is restricted from interfering with another process's allocated memory locations? It's kind of a weird. Wait. What is for a process that's restricted from interfering? I guess
Is it TP?
isolation.
Oh, I thought it might have been TPM, but okay.
TPN. That's trusted platform module or something like that. What is
Yeah.
it? Restricted from interfering with another process's allocated memory. I guess, but how does TPM fit that?
I don't know. I
yeah, I think yeah, because it's saying it's keeping it separate from another process. I feel that's isolation to me.
well, it could be, but yeah. But usually TPM and it designed for security purposes, so you won't like cross utilize hardware. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out.
All right, let's see. Yeah, isolation. So let's see what did it explain TPM? Yeah, yeah. Trusted platform module is a piece of hardware used to enable specific security and encryption capabilities on a system. Yeah. So with isolation, yeah, that's used to restrict a process from interfering with the memory locations and resources of another process. It's common to use virtualization technologies to confine processes. Isolation is also called sandboxing.
Oh, okay. Unboxing.
All right. If you just completed the analysis phase of the software waterfall development model, what would be the next stage? Oh, crap. Um,
Analysis. I'm gonna say testing. You go
the-
testing during operations.
Because analysis would be like fairly early, wouldn't it? And
Yeah.
then
Well, I know programming design and will be like the first one, and operation will be like the last one.
right.
You got to have it coded before you can analyze it. So
Okay, so coding is already done.
yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
You can analyze it using like different static or dynamic testing applications like Prism or something. Prism like that.
Right. Oh, it's design.
Design.
Where's design? All right. So 7 stages of the original firewall. So first one is system requirements. Yeah, I figured that feasibility. Second is software requirements. That's analysis, and then three analysis. Four program design. Five is coding, then testing, then operation.
Hmm. I didn't know coding was that late. Well, okay.
Well, I mean that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, so you're so from design of how you know, or like a prototype or whatever it is, and then now you're gonna start working to bring that to fruition. So you're doing the coding, and then after that you're gonna test the code where you already worked on, and then put that in operation. Yeah, but like in my mind, I always know requirements always gonna be that first,
Yeah.
one of the first ones. All right. Without a hypervisor, a word processor wanting to save a file would need to access which computer processing unit ring?
Mm.
Oh, that's I think that's it's either two or three.
Yeah, because that's like application layer, like
Yeah. I
far,
think
far away
it's
from the kernel.
yeah. I think it's three.
Is it three? Oh, we'll see.
Like I said, I think it's between either two or three.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
not sure. I think it's two or three too. I just know it's furthest from the kernel than
yeah, I
application.
know. I know it's not zero. And yeah,
Yeah.
I don't believe it's one either. So it's between Charlie and Delta here. Uh, yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. User applications, word processors reside in ring three, the least secure and trusted of the rings. So yeah, applications three, hardware drivers two, operating system one, kernel zero. Excuse me. All right. Which of the following refers to the duration of time that the disaster recovery team is given to perform the work necessary to restore a critical business process?
Wouldn't that be the duration of time given?
All right, it's not
This,
Charlie because that's to deal with data.
yep, let's not say that. I would say, and then RTO. Hold on, I always get these mixed up. MTD.
Ma- MTD is a max time it could be down without having too much damage or damage you can't come back from.
Yeah, I think it's RTO. That was my first choice. I think it's
Yeah, I think it is. Yep. Yeah, RTO, that's the duration of time that the team must recover the business process within. The international recommendation is that this window should be approximately half of the maximum tolerable downtime, or MTD. All right, in the Bell Padula model, why are subjects at a higher security clearance level unable to write to objects accessible at a lower security clearance level? That should be Delta. Prevent accidental leakage of sensitive information.
For the right.
because you're going from high to low. You can go low to high. Um,
Yeah, I'll go with D. You
I
write
don't
down.
think I don't think Bravo is true. I mean, you can have. I mean, that happens. You can have information at the highest level. You just have to do some processing. Get it to where it's an acceptable level for the lower clearance level. But I mean, there's always information that could be shared. So I don't think Bravo is true.
I think it's D. You can write down and then give them access to other people.
Exactly. Yeah. 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 Bella Padula doesn't allow for subjects at a higher clearance level, security clearance level to write, and objects accessible at a lower clearance level. Yeah. And again, that's to prevent accidental leakage. And you can't, like I said, and you can't do that without doing a bit of, like I said, some processing. If you need to get it from high to low to make it acceptable at the lower level. All right. A threat actor has attacked a web server and disabled its ability to serve a company's customers. What category of crime would this be in? Hmm. Threat actor disabled its ability to serve a company's customers. What's category of crime? I'm looking at Charlie.
It's all splitting hairs at this point. I wouldn't think it's A because it's not like it's part of a DDoS or botnet, so probably can kick A out.
Yeah.
Computer is the target of the crime. I think it's B.
Computer is the target of the crime. I looked at that too.
Yeah, because you're trying to stop that computer from serving the data. So it seems to be the object, the target. I mean, just the way I read it, but sometimes I misread their intent. So
No,
uh,
I hear you. Yeah, because it's preventing it from carrying out any service that it's supposed to provide. Um, also, I'm kind of between Bravo and Charlie, but no, I could definitely see Bravo. Let's see. Yep. Yeah. So, yeah, basically three categories when it comes to categories of crime involving computers. So it could be a target of crime. The computer could be of assistance in the commission of the crime, and finally, the computer could be incidental to the commission of the crime. So when a computer is the target of the crime, the attack would be something like was given an example in the question as the server is what was attacked. Yeah. All right. All right. Integrity is the primary function of which security model?
is it B book? I always think of the another
Yeah.
golf ball from my house. Damn it.
Yeah. Biba. I always remember Biba. I think I was reading the all in one book, but yeah, Biba. You think of the I for integrity. Like I always had that association. But Biba's integrity model prevents subjects with lower security levels from writing to objects at higher security levels. Take Grant that dictates how rights can be passed from one subject to another. Brewer Nash, you know, um, that dynamically changes access controls to protect against conflicts of interest. And Bella Padula, that focus on confidentiality prevents subjects with lower security levels from reading objects at a higher security level. All right, Josephine is examining a table that includes multiple objects and subjects. It outlines the specific access that each subject has to different objects. Which of the following best describes what Josephine is using?
I think it's the Matrix.
Yes. Yeah, outlines the specific asset. Each subject has the different objects. Yeah, that should be the access control matrix. Yeah, so the access control matrix, that's a table that contains a list of subjects, objects, and permissible actions. The columns and rows map subjects to objects. The matrix contains what permissions are assigned to each user for a specific object. All right, Michaela is the security manager for a technology company and is monitoring key performance indicators or KPIs of the following, which is not a KPI. Uh, increase.
I think
So,
it's, I think it's
del-
C.
yeah, I was going through the ones that are KPIs. So, I mean, Delta would definitely be a KPI. Increase in alerts. Yes. Yeah, Charlie would be a risk.
Mm.
Oh, I thought that was a KRI, but no, it's for the idea. So, mm, yeah, yeah, increase in intrusion detection system alerts is a yeah, is it that's a risk. Yeah, if it's going up, yeah. Key
It's a
risk indicator.
KRI.
Key. Sorry, guy.
You saying it's a KRI? It's hard to see it.
Oh, yeah.
How do
For
I make my screen like full size? Is there like a?
and this
I'm not too familiar with this platform. Man. Is there a way I can blow it up?
I guess the only thing just like do a zoom, like zoom in
Yeah, I tried that. It's
your
messing up.
browser.
Yeah, I'm on a little MacBook Air. It's kind of hard to see. No
Uh
worries.
all right. Yeah, yeah, so yeah, this was yeah, IDS was a KRI. So that yeah, that's the key performance indicator. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, the IDS alerts, that's a KRI. Yeah, and that was just and then it goes on to explain what a KPI is. But yeah.
Oh man, we got to get on a streak.
Yeah. All right. Which of the following is a model used to determine how advanced a corporation's skills are when looking for threats, their likelihood, and the associated impact?
Well, I know it's not B or C because that's open identity um, connecting, and cost is commercial off the shelf. So, hmm. Is it OSS?
OSS doesn't even look familiar to me.
I just know it ain't
uh,
B. Or C.
how advanced a corporation's skills are when looking for threats, their likelihood, and impact. I don't know what OSS is. And alpha is
I don't even know what RMM is. No.
yeah, I don't I was gonna say risk management, but then what's the other M? But no, I don't know. I don't know what alpha and delta are. OSS.
I'll go OSS. I don't know what is OSS. I don't know. I don't know what RMM is.
Yeah, I don't recall what those are. To determine how advanced his corporation skills are when looking for threats.
Mm. My gut saying OSS, but I could be wrong. I don't remember any one of these
Uh,
terms. Oh
yeah.
gosh.
Ah,
What is R?
risk maturity model RMM. So I was halfway there, partly there. I know it was risk something.
I know they had a CM in mind, but I never seen this one.
So what is OSS? Open
Open
source
source.
software.
Oh my gosh.
So so that's pretty much in line with COTS, kind of same umbrella, yeah, commercial off the shelf software and open source software. Yeah, RMM, yeah, risk maturity model. Yeah, that's used to assess risk maturity.
Well, COTS is
Yeah,
like hardware, and I guess OSS is like software. Not
you said
commercial. Off the,
COTS,
yeah, commercial off the shelf.
but COTS
I know.
could be commercial off this. It could be software.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Because I know in the military we had GOTS and COTS. You had government off, you had government, and you had commercial off the shelf, which is pretty much like you can go buy a PC somewhere. But
or am I thinking? I have to double check. 'Cause I mean, I thought that was I thought that applied to both like hardware and software, like that you can get from the outside. But
no,
okay,
you're
we
right.
have
You're right.
OSS open source.
You're right. I just looked it up. You can do both with COTS.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, that's what I
software.
figured. Yeah, yeah. Anything that's outside of the company, I guess. All right. The abstract machine that maintains the access control between subjects and objects is known as which of the following?
Isn't that the uh, trusted computer base? The machine and the maintenance. I think it's TCB. I don't know. I'm batting 500 uh this Monday.
I was looking at Delta, um,
Reference
but I'm
model.
not sure that's right.
I mean,
Is the TCB an abstract machine that
uh,
maintains access control between subjects and objects?
it's usually a computer system. I don't know if it's defined as how you ordered it, but I don't know.
I
We're
mean,
gonna learn.
I'm going off what they put. I'm
But
just I'm just trying to plug it in and trying to visualize it. But I'm gonna go with Delta. And
oh, okay.
we'll see. Yeah, yeah, because TCB didn't make sense for me. Um, so the reference monitor is part of the concept called trusted computing base. The TCB includes the reference monitor and the security kernel, as well as the other security mechanisms necessary to be able to trust the computer. So it can be considered the totality of all security mechanisms.
So it has some connection. It's
Yeah,
just a higher level connection.
right. All right.
Mm.
Which option is least likely to protect an interface?
Fuzzing. I'm gonna say A. Cause store procedure isn't that on the back end? You got front end and you got back end. Like fuzzing is front end. Allowing a variety of inputs is front end. Input validation is front end. Store procedures is usually on the hardware, the server. So that's my thinking.
So this is so you're saying this is a matter of front end or back end?
Yeah, because your interface is normally your front end, right? Is
Right.
what you
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
user interact
That's
with,
what the end user, right? Yeah.
but it doesn't store anything. It only gives you a visual representation of what's actually on the back end, which are your servers or your lambdas or stuff like that. Oh, how's it allowing a variety of inputs? Is that not part of the front end?
Uh So yeah, that was so I was looking at. I figured that because well, I'll read, but well before
You
I
feel-
read it. So the reason I actually was looking at that because like if someone could I was looking at like input validation, like
Mhm.
so to prevent anyone from just inputting anything or try to run any sort of like malicious code or process or whatever. If you don't kind of lock it down, you don't lock it down to prevent that. So that's what I was kind of associating with Charlie.
Well, see, I thought,
Um,
I mean, Charlie and Delta is almost saying the same thing, isn't it? Allowing a variety of
well, yeah,
inputs.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, you're right, actually. Yeah, because input I mean, because that's where I was going was it's along those lines of input validation. So allowing a variety of input, they say, could be problematic. It'll increase troubleshooting needs and greatly increase security risk. To be specific, you wouldn't want to allow an apostrophe for the sake of variety and allow users to do what they want for a password. As to get open your server up to a structured a query language or SQL attack if you aren't careful.
mm, that's
But
why I keep doing.
I feel that's part of input validation as
That,
well.
that was my thinking. That's why I didn't pick it. But that's why we keep learning and keep it fresh.
Well, all right. Which of the following requires a United States federal agency to implement an information security program to cover its operations?
Fair rap. Gotta be fair rap, right?
Yeah. Oh.
What?
Oh. Yeah. Federal Information Security. Yeah. FISMA. Federal Information Security Management Act. As soon as I hit it, it just went right to my
I
head.
thought it was
Yeah.
fair rap.
A FedRAMP
Fair.
has to do with yeah, FedRAMP is programmed to drive standardization in government security programs.
Oh, I see. It's the Information Security Program, FISMA. That makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought it was fucking fair rap.
All right. All right. Grid computing is best described as which of the following?
It's between A or B. I think it's A.
Parallel processing where nodes may join and leave at will.
It's kind of like the power grid where you can get online and add power, and you can disconnect and remove yourself, and you can do it. I mean, that's how I think of grid computer. But shit.
Because Charlie, would that be considered?
No,
Uh, like,
because that's
well, I was gonna say, like, isn't that would that be multi-processing?
yes. That's why I wouldn't think that'd be the answer.
Right. No, no,
I
no. I
thought,
got you. I'm just trying to define the other ones to confirm, but yeah, I'm
I
sorry.
think it's A.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Grid computing similar to clustering, but individual nodes do not trust each other and can join and leave at will. Grid computing is generally distributed across hundreds of thousands of nodes across the internet. Nodes check in when they have available system resources and contribute to grid processing. Grid computing is used for Bitcoin mining, creating rainbow tables, and predicting weather patterns, among many other things. Grid processing typically spans multiple organizations rather than focusing on the goals of a single organization. All right. Of the following, which is one of the first steps to conducting a business impact analysis or BIA? Delta.
Yes.
You got to know what you're gonna protect, right? So
Yep.
that's critical. All right, George is a network administrator for a hospital. He configures all the switch interfaces to dynamically detect and create trunk or tagged interfaces if another switch is detected. Of the following, What type of attack is Georgia's network most likely vulnerable to?
STP.
Yeah. Oh,
What? Oh my goodness! This. Oh, I thought swore it was STP.
let me read this again. I mean, but I was right. I mean, I thought it was STP as well. So it configures all the switch interfaces to dynamically detect and create trunk or tagged interfaces. If another switch is detected, what type of attack is Georgia's network most likely vulnerable to?
Oh, you right. It's right. It's right. It's right.
So yeah, so VLAN hopping occurs when an attacker manipulates a frame so the switch moves it to a different VLAN. Yeah, VLAN hopping can happen by spoofing a switch, setting up a dynamic trunk or tagged interface, or creating a double encapsulated 802.1Q tag. Yeah, an STP that refers to malicious activities that exploit vulnerabilities or manipulate the STP in the network. Attackers may attempt to disrupt or manipulate the STP topology to create loops, leading to network outages, or unauthorized access. All right, which of these penetration tests is most likely to simulate an outside non-credential attack?
Outside non-credential attack. That could be zero knowledge test,
Zero.
man.
Yeah.
You got no credentials. You
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah. Penetration test has no knowledge of the network. All right. Which technical form of assessing risk deals with the more elusive theoretical evaluations?
Well, it's only
P-
between qualitative and quantitative,
yeah.
so
It's
I would say qualitative.
qualitative. Yeah. Yeah. Quantitative is numerical. All right. Ashley is a penetration tester who successfully captured a system's password file. The compromised system requires a minimum of only 8 characters for each password. She uses a rainbow table with trillions of passwords to hash values to find any matches, but finds none. What is the most likely reason none of the hash values match the rainbow table?
You put some salt on the ham hocks.
Oh,
I think it's B. It put is it, don't
she, she used a
don't
rainbow
you,
table with trillions of passwords.
don't you salt the tables to prevent
Right. Yeah. If they're salted, then they're no good. Yeah. So adding a salt to the password hash enhances security. Assault is a unique random value combined with the password before hashing. This prevents identical passwords from having the same hash, thwarting pre-computed attacks and increasing complexity, which makes it harder for attackers to crack passwords. All right, pretty good privacy uses which of the following to encrypt data?
and it's only used with emails. So
Yes.
I would say asymmetric. I think it's not. This is not used too often. PGP. It's pretty old, but
Yeah.
I think it's used with email. I think it's primary use case. Oh, it's
Symmetric.
symmetric. Dang it.
So PGP, that's a hybrid crypto system that uses the International Data Encryption Algorithm or IDEA, a symmetric block algorithm to encrypt the data. PGP uses a web of trust instead of a traditional public key infrastructure. The commercial version uses the asymmetric algorithms of RSA, and the free version uses the Diffie-Hellman key exchange. Yeah,
Don't
symmetric alg. Sorry, go
in
ahead.
Diffie helmet isn't that asymmetric? Because you got to give the key and then you.
Yeah. Diffie-Hellman's asymmetric.
So how we wrong then?
Yeah, I think that's what they describe here. But
Oh, so you can use it in both modes. You can use asymmetric and symmetric. Is that what they're trying to?
well, PGP is a hybrid.
That's why I'm asking. Like, you can use
Yeah.
symmetric and asymmetric.
Hmm.
Oh, interesting.
All right. Of the following, which chart best shows the interrelationships between projects and schedules?
I'm 100% Gantt.
Yeah, that's gotta be Gantt. Yeah. I just slowed down a bit just to look at the question again, just to make sure there was nothing tricky in there. But yeah,
They try
that's
to get
Gantt
you.
chart. All right. Eric works in a strict least privilege environment where he can access only a handful of websites. What type of filtering does Eric's employer most likely use?
Allow list, formerly known as whitelist.
Yeah. Yep. Allow list, formerly whitelist, type of filter that allows a user access only to items on the list and blocks everything else. All right. Wendy deleted all the old customer files from her drive since she no longer needed the data. To her surprise, the following year, the data showed up on a report generated by a special drive scanning software. What is what is the most likely cause?
Remnants.
Yeah.
They thought to
Yeah,
delete it, but
she tried to delete it, but then came up in the report. So there's some there's some data left over. Yep. Yeah, residual data for data remnants. All right. An organization has implemented regular backups to minimize data loss in the event of a disaster. What type of security control is this an example of?
oh, now this is tricky. Is it recovery or corrective? Implement
They
regular
implemented
backup.
regular backups to minimize data loss in the event. Would it be preventative?
Mm, no, I don't think so. Preventative, you wouldn't even need it. This is like if you get, say for instance, you get like what do you call those? Ransomware. You're like, hey, I got a backup from yesterday, so you can keep the data or something like that. So I don't know if you want to consider corrective or recovery. That's what that's what I'm torn between.
But the way they word that first sentence, they said, but it hasn't happened yet. Because it says they're doing this to minimize data loss in the event of a disaster. The disaster didn't happen yet. So would you be doing it to prevent?
Well, you're not preventing it. I
Well,
mean, how are you
yeah,
preventing it?
yeah. After saying it out loud, yeah.
You're just trying
um,
to find a way to recover from it. But I'm just torn between is recovery or corrective. I think it's corrective. I don't know. These things confuse me, but I think it's between C or D.
yeah.
What Twain calls me.
Implement to minimize data loss in the event of a disaster.
Because you're recovering and you're also correcting because you bring your system back online. That's
I
what.
think that's part of the recovery.
We're gonna find out whatever word they want to use.
Yeah. Yeah, recovery controls restore normal operations after an incident to a greater extent than corrective ones. Let's say about corrective. So corrective controls fix issues after a security incident. Anti-malware that removes an infection or an auto close arm on a door are examples of corrective controls. All right, which of these terms best refers to the interface that a customer's router will plug into when using older serial based wide area network or WAN connections?
I think it goes back to DTE. Yeah, back in the I know. Yeah, that's how we used to shoot tomahawks. Yeah, I don't use that no more. But
All right, let's see. Yes, sir. Yep. Data terminal equipment. DTE is a term for the innovate interface a customer will connect to when using older serial-based wide area network connections. This is commonly in frame relay and asynchronous transfer mode or ATM connections.
see, the military got.
Yeah. the Internet Activities Board or IAB published a document in 1989 to promote responsible use of the internet and to characterize unethical activities. It is currently labeled a legacy document by the Internet Engineering Task Force or IETF. What document is it?
87? Isn't it like the 87? 1087? I know it's old. It's been, yeah, I think it's the 1087.
The request for comments.
B look like bait, but I don't know. It could be, I don't know. My gut's telling me 1087, but I don't know. What do you want to pick?
Yeah, yeah, 1087. Yeah, yeah, 1989. The Internet Architecture Board published RFC 1087, a statement of policy titled "Ethics and the Internet." This statement promoted responsible use of the internet and characterized five categories of activity as unethical. RFC 1087 is considered a forerunner to many contemporary ethics policies. The mention of the Internet Engineering Task Force is a clue that the answer is likely an RFC, since the IETF is responsible for maintaining RFCs.
Yeah, that was my tiebreaker because the IETF, because they do all the
Mhm.
RFCs.
All right. Which of the following technologies will most likely prevent sensitive data from being moved to removable media?
Would it be the endpoint? DOP?
You,
Because I
so
know
you got
it's not,
two. You got two
but it says
being moved.
removable media.
Being prevents sensitive data from being moved to removable media. Yeah, that should be alpha endpoint.
Yeah. Unless you're gonna get in a server closet and something. And
Right. But that'd be a little too more complicated for this question. But yeah, yeah, endpoint DLP.
did we
Oh, that's
pass?
the last. That's the last one. Let's see. It might be
Oh,
close.
70.
Oh,
Yo,
that.
woo, we passed. We got an 88
Okay.
last time, didn't we?
Uh,
I was,
you said how much? 80?
didn't we get 88 last time with Audi? We was on the Audi. I don't know. I don't
It
know if
was a
you.
pass, but I don't know if it was that high. I thought it was a 70 something.
No, we
But
had like
I'll
an
have to check.
88.
So seven wrong. Just curious with this. Okay. Yeah, the waterfall steps. Yeah, program design. Oh, yeah, KPIs or KRIs. Risk maturity model. I'm not gonna. I should not forget that now. And then OSS. That's the open source software. Yeah, that just goes to show how important it is to know the all the acronyms. I mean, that's like half the battle right there.
Oh, yeah.
um,
Well,
especially
my
if you're
thing,
kind of stuck.
yeah.
Um,
But it's just so much. It's
no, it
really so.
is. Yeah,
That's why this is one of the hardest tests to pass. Because even though it's not like technically difficult, it's just so much information to
yeah,
digest. And
yeah. You're covering a lot of ground, like a lot. So, um, yeah, FISMA, yeah, Federal Information Security Management Act, yeah, VLAN hopping. Last one. Yeah, that's for PGP symmetric. All right. Well, either way, good work. Um,
so when you
I
taking the
think
test?
yeah, I was gonna say yeah. I'm gonna be scheduling it soon. I think Aldi he said that I know he scheduled it. I don't know if it's this week. I think he's taking it this week.
Oh, okay. If you see him, tell him I say good luck.
Yeah. So no, I'll be right there as well. Yeah, I'm gonna be scheduling mine soon. Um,
You doing it at home or you gonna go to a testing center?
they they I didn't know IC Square lets you take that at home.
Yeah. Oh, you might be right. I take so many I could get them confused. But you may be right.
I heard that I thought that they used to, but then I think they did during COVID, but then they stopped
Oh, it
doing
might be.
that. Yeah, yeah. I
I
don't
took
think you
mine.
could take. Yeah, yeah. I don't think they let you. I mean, I'll check, but I don't think they let the CSSP take it from home.
Well, it's better to take it to testing center too because it's so expensive. You don't want to have any technical burps at home.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, I've taken a couple CompTIA um, tests at home, and I prefer that. But no, you're right. Yeah, with the CISSP, with everything you have to go through for that, like, nah, I don't want no issues whatsoever. And plus, also too, I don't know if they would because you got to do all this biometrics. I don't think they could be able to do that. I don't even know how they probably disallowed certain things during COVID, I guess. But
Oh, they probably took a calculated risk.
yeah, so
So we need to keep making money, keep qualifying, certifying people. So we'll take the risk.
right.
Cool. All right.
All
Do it again
right.
next week.
Yep, next week. Then Wednesday we'll have that within the command line on Discord. So uh yeah, so those who are already members, like I said, we'll have that within the group. And people listen, if you want to join, hit me up and I'll send you an invite and you could join the community. All
Cool.
right.
Thank you for
Thank
letting me join.
everyone and yeah, see you next week. Later.